Yes, yes!
Yo, let's get ready to rumble. That was sick.
Let's get ready to rumble. Bro, you sounded like that.
That was actually like, I'm in shock how good that was.
Bro, you sounded like that then.
Chat, was that actually good? I'm genuinely in shock.
Yo.
That was actually mega. I'm going to listen back to the stream later on just to decide if that was actually mint. But that sounded...
You're not going to start doing it? I'm going to start throwing that version of it in. See if people notice.
Yeah. And before we start, bro, I've got a can of Iron Brew here. I'm gonna. Everyone loves this sound, innit? Everyone loves this sound. Let's get some silence in the chat, please.
Oh, that's some ASMR right there.
Go.
That's some ASMR straight away.
You know it. It
ASMR
makes sense.
instantly.
That is the nicest sound. Chat. What is the nicest sound other than that in the world? You know what I mean? I feel like someone else knows something else. You know what I mean? So let us into some little secrets.
Yeah, people are all into them like YouTube channels, innit? Do you know what I mean? Yes, everyone in the chat. Sorry, it was a bit late today, innit? Time is just like time is just going fast today.
I'm actually not got my watch on,
no time on my hands. Oh, that was a bar then, innit? That was a bar then. No time on my hands.
That was.
I have time on my arms, innit? Because I got clock tattoo.
Why we here, bro? What's going on?
Oh yeah, why are we doing a live stream? Joe, for a second, I was about to say it's a Haaland live stream. Let's go, but no, it's not. It is a Atletico Madrid preview. A live one. We did a live one for the Liverpool game, and everyone seemed to enjoy that. So we thought, yeah, we'll re-up it again for this one, see how it goes and that. So big game, bro. Champions League second leg. Obviously we've got the first round of the fixtures tonight. Chelsea are playing Real Madrid away.
Big game,
massive game. We are going to be doing a tier 3 live stream for that. If you want to get involved, link in the description. There's usually a button below Lewis's face which says join. Tier 3 gets you access to our Discord server, loads of other stuff, and our tier 3 watch songs. We're going to be that straight after this.
Yep.
That's going to be a big game. I'm buzzing to watch Benzema. I'm actually so gassed about it as well, bro. So gassed to watch Benzema. Well. And then it's Bayern and Villarreal. And Villarreal taking a 1-0 lead to the Allianz, which is mad. But it's weird, isn't it? Because I want Bayern to win because I want Liverpool to face Bayern.
I know.
Not Villarreal.
I know, me too. But that's going to be a madness. As John said, we are doing a tier 3 live stream, so if you want to get involved, link in the description. Guys, there's 250 people in the stream. Please smash a thumbs up on the stream if you're enjoying it, and please subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. So yeah, we're going to have a look at the press conference that happened today. Bombshell. Well, was it a bombshell? Like, I guess it was. Like, we all kind of knew Fernandinho was leaving, but like the guy just came out on a random. Like, he didn't tell Pep that what's going on there. You know what I mean? I feel like he was a little bit. I feel like Fernandinho may be a little bit frustrated at the lack of game time he's got this year. Oh.
It is weird how he just like one-timed it. Do you know what I mean? It's weird how he just kind of like dropped it like that. Because I think if he would have said it to Pep and told Pep would have been like, yeah, don't say anything about it till the end of the season. Rather than just dropping it on him just like, it is a bit of a weird one. But end of the day, I feel like we all had kind of an inkling that Fernandinho would leave towards the end of the year. It's a shame that he won't get his 10th year or anything like that. But do you know what I mean? He's been an absolute legend for the club. Guy paid his own money out of his own pocket in it to come to Manchester City. Yeah. And it's weird because he actually came at like 27 years old, wasn't it? Which a lot of people, when he's signing 27-year-olds, people are like, oh yeah, they're too old past it nowadays. But Fernandinho shows that he's absolute quality, innit? He is absolutely quality. Yeah. But on a flip side to this whole, obviously to link the Fernandinho thing into the Atletico game, usually the player that's with the manager at the press conferences plays.
Yeah.
And we said that about Bernardo Silva. That happened.
I don't think he'll play. I don't think he'll play. Well, it's a weird one, man, because like spoke about this with Big Steve last night, didn't I? And I was like, know what I mean? Like, is Fernandinho really going to play? I mean, I don't see it personally. I think, I don't know, man. Like, I was going to say he might play at the weekend, but I don't really want him to play at the week. I don't know. It's just a weird one, you know what I mean? Fernandinho's just in this situation where his game, like, why was he so good? Because he could read the game, but he also had the physicality because he was so, like, quick and athletic to get there. A bit like Kante did when he was playing the CDM role, but I think Fernandinho was probably a little bit more expansive. The problem is, obviously, he's got to a certain age now, and he can't do that on the reg. Can he do it for 90 minutes? Possibly. Probably. Are you willing to risk it at this end of the season? That's the problem. I think if I because obviously Fernandinho, if you watch the pre-match conference, he's clearly frustrated, and I don't think he's a happy bunny, right? Because you've seen his face, you've seen what he said. Like he
wants to play football.
He wants to play football, and I think maybe that when he signed that contract, he signed a 1-year deal last year, didn't he?
He signed a deal and it had a clause in it to extend automatically by another year. And that's what happened.
So obviously he stayed this year, and I think he stayed thinking that he was going to play a little bit more than he actually has done, and I think he's a little bit pissed off.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's weird because Pep wanted him to just retire then, innit, and join the backroom staff.
Yeah.
But obviously Fernandinho don't want that yet. I think he ain't ready, innit.
What I'd say though is we got a similar reaction to Sergio Aguero when Aguero left and City didn't offer him the contract. He made a few comments which were like, clearly he was a little bit upset. And what you got to try and do is, guys, I know it's not nice. I didn't like Fernandinho saying what he did today because it sort of hurt a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't want my players to feel like a little bit shit. And it hurt massively when Sergio Aguero made a few comments when he left.
Yeah, it's gutting because as well of how much we respect Fernandinho as a player, isn't it?
Yeah, but what you've got to do to understand it, you've got to put yourself in their shoes, right? This is the best football club in the world to be at right now. No cap. You know what I mean? You've got the best manager. You're going to get paid well. You're going to win a load of trophies. The dressing room looks absolutely mega. You got no issues. No one's arguing with each other. You're going to win trophies every single year. You're probably going to win the Prem, unless Liverpool do a madness. You're going to go far in the Champions League. The reason that they're not happy when this situation comes around is because they're gutted. That's just a fact. They're gutted, mate. You know what I mean? They're absolutely gutted. And and it's a little bit sad, but at the end of the day, right, you've got two options that this football club can go down. The sympathy, you know what I mean, and say, you've been at our club 9 years, we'll give you we'll give you another contract, we'll play you a little bit more, like we could have done with Sergio Aguero. But that's not the right move, you know what I mean? It's not the right footballing move. We all wanted Aguero to stay, and I know when Aguero left at the time, we probably said, we should give him a contract, that's not right, but it was the right move. I'm not even saying that because of what subsequently happened with Aguero with his heart condition. I'm just saying it was the correct call. The guy was injured all the time. Yeah. He didn't have the same impact. And we need our football club to operate on a 100% football basis only. Soon as you start doing what United do about we're signing in for commercial deals, or you're signing players because we want them to stay for a 10th year, even though it's really not the correct decision, that's when this upwards trajectory of the club starts going, you know what I mean?
Well, there's no room for sentiment in it.
No.
There's no room for sentiment, and in a business is business, and football clubs are purely business. I mean, it's a massively business-run thing now, isn't it? So you're right in what you're saying, isn't it? Not signing Aguero to a new deal was the correct call. As sad as it is for fans, you know what I mean? It is sad to see Fernandinho, but then at the end of it, it's sad as well, like you said, because the players at the end of this, they're the one at the receiving end of it and just going like, but
all good things
come to an end.
There you go.
Yes. yeah, you're right though. All good things come to an end, and as well, I'd prefer Fernandinho to go away and
I prefer him to go away.
Go away, innit? Just go away. I hate you, mate. No, I'd prefer him to go away and actually play football if that's what he's going to be happy in it. Like, do you know what I mean? Rather than him staying here and just rotting on the bench and be fuming about it.
And let me tell you something, Fernandinho. I know you're watching this stream right now. You are welcome at Manchester City Football Club anytime you want, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, of course.
We'll have the conversation maybe at another time about is he a legend? Is he not? Like, where does he fall into that bracket? But you're right up there. Nick Toll's coming with a super chat, super donation, super conversation, Bray, with the 14 ZAR, and said Fernandinho is one of our most underrated players ever. Possibly, bro. I think you're probably right. He's probably up there.
No, you're right.
He's probably up there. Anyway, talking about business, Bray. it's time that we go into business. We got bills to pay. You know what I mean?
Bills
Inflation
to pay.
and night electricity don't come cheap. So we've got a quick video for you. We got a quick video, is that?
We do have a quick video.
Watch this video by BetVictor, guys.
BetVictor.
And we'll come back to you and have a quick chat about this before we get stuck into the Atletico Madrid preview.
Where it is for me, because I agree with Adam's point on Liverpool, Manchester United, those two teams have never actually been neck and neck. So actually, they've only finished like once, first and second, 2008, 2009. They might have been close previously, but those two teams have never been duking it out for the title, and yet they're the two biggest clubs in the country, and they've still got, I think, the biggest rivalry. It's still the most watched game. It's still the game that everyone circles in the calendar. So I'd say it's Liverpool, Manchester United. It's the biggest rivalry, but in terms of what the arguments come from is this idea of like level of quality and what have you. Yeah. And the Liverpool Man City rivalry at the moment, the level that those two teams are playing at is a level that the league's never seen. So as much as there isn't the like historical depth, and there clearly isn't the antipathy between the two clubs, there's clearly a lot of respect between Klopp and Guardiola, like De Bruyne and Van Dijk and this kind of stuff. There's a real honest sporting rivalry there, but yeah, it doesn't have it doesn't grab the headlines in the same way because you haven't got Martin Keown jumping in some fella's face, and that kind of stuff. So
honest and sporting and Man City.
Historically, it's Liverpool, Man United.
Anyway, that's the sponsor for today's stream, BetVictor, guys. BetVictor is the one. The link is the pinned comment and in the description as well. If you want to go and check out that full video, it's on their YouTube channel. Speaking about the rivalry, speaking about other stuff as well. Quickly on the rivalry situation, bro. What's your thoughts on it?
Nah, I agree what you're saying. I get the whole side of the animosity of the whole Liverpool United situation. Do you know what I mean? You could go with United and Arsenal, kind of things like that. The animosity is in there, innit? Do you know what I mean? For it, but purely football-based rivalries, the quality is Liverpool and Man City. Look how close we are as football teams.
You know what I mean? These two teams are the best teams in the world, and we get to watch it at least 2 times a year, probably more, with obviously City and Liverpool getting far in the competitions, as we've seen this year with the FA Cup, and it's just great to watch. You know what I mean? The whole world tunes into City Liverpool right now. I think the United Arsenal was more of like a who could kick shit out of each other more. You know what I mean? Whereas now we've evolved as human beings, and as football has evolved as well. We want to watch great football. We don't really want to watch. We got UFC, boxing's on the top now. You know what I mean?
Bro,
we don't really need Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane swinging punches at each other.
Bro, don't tell me you don't miss Mancini going sick at Sir Alex Ferguson, stuff like that. That was wild.
Nah, we'll see, but it's a different era. Anyway, guys, the link's in the description. Go check it out. Help pay the bills. Right, let's get into it then. Atletico Madrid, quarterfinals, second leg. A lot of Blues have gone over today to Madrid. They'll be there with the Chelsea fans as well, who of course playing Real Madrid tonight. Huge game tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, Big Steve's over there.
Big Steve's over there.
Big Steve has gone there with Daps, and I know that ex-club member Ollie B is over there right now.
Yeah,
which is mad.
We take a 1-0 lead. Of course, we scored in the first leg. Big goal, very important. No away goals anymore, so us scoring over in Spain doesn't really change, because basically this is where away goals is good, not good for us now, but is good for the game, because if away goals was a thing and we went over there and scored the first goal, game over, see you later, they'd have to score 3 goals, bro.
Yeah.
So that's why they've got rid of away goals, because it keeps this game alive. If we score the first goal, the game's still very much to play for, because they only need 2 to take it to extra time, whereas, as I just said, anyway. Yeah, massive game. It's going to face some challenges. Now, what's going to be interesting here is, what do Atletico Madrid do? Do they come out? Do they come at us from the get-go? Unlikely. Do they sit there and try not to concede? And then maybe come at us later on? It's going to be a very, very interesting game from Atletico Madrid. I think what's going to happen is, I think that they'll sit back. Not quite as much as they did against us in the first leg, but I do think they will sit back and try and play a little bit more, maybe like 25% more. Now, given the fact that they had 1 shot or 0 shots,
0 shots.
So you can't, if you improve 0 by 25%, it would still be 0, right? So no, I think that they'll come at us a little bit more, but I still think they're going to be solid. And I think that basically they're saying in the dressing room, let's get to like the 70th minute. 1-0 down, and let's go hell to leather. I think that's what they'll do. I think they'll just. I think Simeone, He's just a dead manager, bro. I know he wins some trophies and that, right? And they're a decent team, but I just feel like, nah, you're not a real manager. You know what I mean? Like,
see, I it basically like Tuchel, right? We kind of you see Tuchel ball on that, which is a defensive counter-attacking style kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? They create chances from it because they counter-attack teams. Simeone took it to another level, a level that I didn't think was a thing in it. Do you know what I mean? A 5-5-0 formation. Do you know what I mean? I never thought I'd see that in my life. But I do think that this time he will kind of maybe tell like João Felix and Griezmann, if he plays both of them, to kind of just stay forward a bit more rather than coming back. To get, I think they'll try more and implement a counter-attacking style in this game, because the first game it was clear that they didn't even want to do that, and they just wanted to just chill. I've seen some
analysis, right, and basically they tried it in the first 10 minutes, right? They tried it in the first 10 minutes, and they were getting roasted, and then you seen Simeone basically say to Griezmann and Felix, nah, drop into midfield, and that's when they went to 5-5-0, because they didn't actually start like the first 10-15 minutes or something. They did start with Griezmann and João Felix a bit high, like almost like two strikers or whatever, maybe obviously a little bit deeper. And then after 10 minutes, you seen Simeone walk out and basically tell them, nah, this ain't working, go back into midfield. And that's when they went to the 5-5-0 formation.
Yeah, well, it's a weird one, isn't it? There's like a stat out there that Simeone's not lost a two-legged tie whilst fans are there kind of thing, which I don't know if that's true or not. But
I think it is true.
Yeah, which is mad. It's obviously 1-0 is good. Simeone going away from the first leg would have been absolutely buzzing because it's only 1-0. He'd be like, yeah, we can go and win this in the other game. But we're obviously in the favourable position going into this. I do think that we're a better side than Atletico Madrid. And as well, a situation for them is that we've just played Liverpool and we played well. We're going into this in great form, bro. So we go into this. They've not even seen the best of Manchester City. They've not even faced the best of Manchester City. They faced a Manchester City that had to try and break them down. Yeah. Now that they actually have to go and score and give us a little bit of space, they don't know what that's like in it. And I just feel like we'll have too much from it. It's going to be a difficult game. Like you said, I do expect it to go pretty much to like the end. I think that's where the game will open up massively. They might even score, bro. Make it 1-1 or something, which would be horrible because he'd like pens. But I'm all for the fact that I think we're going to smash it in this game.
Yeah. Let's go to some super chats then. We got Lagan Cow. Yes, Lagan Cow with a £4.49 super chat. It says, evening lads, evening James. My words, Rodri will score tomorrow night. 2-1, City win, Sterling with the other goal. Interested on Sterling. I'll come to that point in just a second because I've got a thought on Sterling. We've got two new Tier 3 members, bro.
Yeah,
we've got,
Steez FC.
Steez FC, yes. Welcome to the Tier 3 Extra Club, bro. We're doing a live watch along on the Chelsea game after this, bro. So we'll see you there. Sign Silver as well is there as well with a Tier 3. Hopefully see you there as well. Welcome to both brand new as well. Smashed it. Thanks a lot for supporting the channel, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, massively appreciate that.
Yeah, so, bro, on the Raheem Sterling thing. So, of course, you all know my thoughts on who should start as wingers because I discussed it last night with Big Steve in Grealish and Mahrez. But it will be interesting because if I'm right in my thoughts and beliefs that Atletico Madrid are going to play very similar to how they did in the first leg, maybe slightly more adventurous, but still pretty dead, up until maybe like the 70th minute, and then they start coming at us, and then you substitute Raheem Sterling on, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe even Jesus. And basically, what you could do is, right, you could start the game with Mahrez right wing, Grealish left wing, just to keep the ball, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that'd be nice. But just keep the ball, try and create happy days. But ultimately, we 1-0 up. Jesus suspended.
I just remembered that. Yeah,
basically any other person other than obviously Grealish and Mahrez because they start the game. And then like I say, and then 70 minutes, if it's still 0-0, Atletico Madrid say, right, we've got to roll the dice now. Let's go for it. Boom, Raheem Sterling, get on the football pitch, pal. Just put him as striker. Ball in behind, Kevin De Bruyne, 1-0. We're done. See you later.
1-0 if it's the second attempt against Alisson, not the first one.
That's true. Yeah, Jesus is banned. But I was just saying in terms of like...
Yeah, in terms of switching it up. Yeah, and I think you're right there, and I think that's good that as well, because like you say, we'll control the ball with Mahrez and Grealish on the pitch. I mean, they'll hold the ball up really well, but if they roll the dice and have to give us more space, do you know what I mean? Get a rapid player on to attack that space.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I think. The difficulty is we don't really know what Atletico Madrid are going to do.
Yeah.
We knew exactly what they were going to do in the first leg, and that's what they did. In fact, they went extreme. Like, we had our beliefs on how they were going to play, and then they took that to the absolute extreme by playing the 5-5-0 formation and not even having a shot on goal. Whereas in this game, it's like, well, what are you going to do? Because you could, in theory, Simeone, sit there with your 5-5-0 formation, and like I say, wait until the 70th minute. But do you understand that we are still sick? We can still score a goal even if you're playing 5-5-0. It'll be tricky. It'll be tricky because it'll be hard to create chances when you're playing 5 defenders and 5 midfielders. But we're well good enough to do that. So what are you gonna? And then if we score the first goal when it gets to 70th minutes and we're basically 2-0 up on aggregate, and then they end up losing. He'd be sat there at the end of the game thinking, we didn't even try.
Yeah.
We didn't even try.
Why didn't we at least go for it?
We didn't even try. We went to Manchester and basically said, not asked, just get out of here with a slight chance. All right, you did that. Well done. And then in the home game, you didn't even really create anything. I just don't. This is what I don't get.
It's so weird. It's such a weird way to because it's great if you win by these disgusting tactics, like the anti-football tactics. You know what I mean? It's great if you win. But if you lose, it's almost like you've not tried.
Yeah.
If you win, it's like a masterclass. If you lose and get knocked out, it's like you didn't even give it a go. You didn't even try and risk.
Yeah, and we've mentioned this before, haven't we, with like Mourinho, and we've said when Mourinho's winning trophies and winning games, everything's rosy. As soon as it starts going a bit south, people get on his back rapid because he plays dead football, you know what I mean? And that's what happens. Say we were on a bad run, right, with Pep Guardiola. And in fact, in that first season, we had some terrible games. But you could still see what we were trying to do, and you were like,
the idea was there.
The idea was there, and you was like, oh, yeah, we're still playing nice football. We might have got panned off a few teams, which we did, but we still played nice football, and it was still good to watch. It was just the results were poor. This is the thing when managers like Simeone, Mourinho, and these guys who just play dead football. As soon as the results start going a bit south, it's like. But I guess Atletico Madrid fans have had the manager for so long, are they just conditioned to just be like, yeah, this is sick.
Do you
reckon they got on the plane home from Manchester going to Spain saying that was mega that tonight, wasn't it? What a performance.
Surely not, because they end up losing the game. They've been sanctioned because of their actions in the away end, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because they've been limited, was it by 10,000 fans?
What did they even do you know?
I don't remember. I feel like I remember seeing stuff on Twitter about it, but then I also feel like, I didn't see anything like that. Like, I have no idea what they did, but they're trying to appeal to CAS in time for tomorrow, Joe, to get that lifted.
CAS, it took us about 5 years to go to CAS. What do you mean they're going to get it in the same week? No chance. Dreaming.
In the same day, bro.
Yeah, you guys are dreaming if you think you're going to get
5,000 fans have been, 5k fans they've been like basically limited back, but God knows if that actually happens or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you say, bro. It's a weird situation that we're heading into. This, like the first game, you kind of like we could predict the team that we want to play. We could because we can kind of see how they want to play, and then this one, it's like I have no idea how Atletico. It wouldn't surprise me if they tried just setting up and playing football. Do you know what I mean? And actually going for it, but then. At the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if they just did the exact same thing they did in the first leg and just say, oh, but we had chances in that first leg with our 0 shots.
Yeah, it's just pure weird, man. I don't understand it. And that's why I think it might be a bit like... It's weird, right? Because if we could guarantee that Atletico Madrid tomorrow we're going to play the dead football, the 5-5-0 formation, I would start with Gundogan in the midfield, and this is probably a good time to come on to the starting 11. I would start with Gundogan in the midfield, and I would bring on Bernardo Silva as the game gets more stretched and we need a bit more energy in there. Because some people have been mentioning, and I sort of agree, that Bernardo Silva's best games come in the big games where the game's a bit more open. You know what I mean? Like, he had a cracking game against Liverpool. And I think that maybe when we play teams with the low block, is he the best option? Possibly not. So...
He was quiet in that first game against Atletico when they sat back, wasn't he?
Because the thing is, he's not a David Silva. You know what I mean? I think some people think he is a David Silva. He's not a David Silva. You know what I mean? He can play the balls, like the through balls, but he's nowhere near as good as David Silva or Kevin De Bruyne at playing them sort of like cute balls through the defence. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying he's not as good as them players. what his real sort of, what his main asset is the fact that he's so energetic. He can get up and down the pitch. He can put in tackles. He can create when the game's stretched. He can score a goal now and again. Well, you're not going to get that against Atletico Madrid. They're going to put 10 men behind the ball, or 11 including the goalkeeper, and they're going to say to us, break them down. Well, do we want him on the pitch in that situation? Personally, I wouldn't. I'd start with Kevin De Bruyne, and I'd start with Ilkay Gundogan.
Should we do the team lineup so people
do the team lineup.
Should we do the team lineup thing? And then that way we can go through this, innit?
Yeah, you slam that on. Well, I give an explanation as to why. So start with Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield, right? And then as the game gets stretched, as they decide that they need to go for it, I would then look at making a change and putting Bernardo Silva on as the game gets stretched, because I think that's where he's most he's most useful. That's just my view on it anyway. And I think obviously Ilkay Gundogan didn't play against Liverpool. He can come into the game fresh. Bernardo Silva has played a lot of football, as we all know, we keep saying. And I just think that this may be the right time just to take Bernardo out the team and then shove him on with 25 minutes to go, just to sort of like say, right, they're going to come at us. I need someone with energy in the midfield.
Yeah.
You want to
complete the midfield then. I don't think it's going to be Fernandinho as much as he was in the press conference today. The fact that he was in the press conference, maybe Pep did know something. No. That Fernandinho wanted to say something, but the way they reacted, I don't know. It was just a weird situation, but he is the captain of the club anyway. I think it will be Rodri, to be honest.
The thing is, right, we have said, and we said this when we did a live stream a couple of weeks ago, at some point, you've got to think that Rodri is going to have to be rested.
He's going to have to be rested.
Because he's just going to have to be. He's going to have to be. So, is Pep Guardiola basically thinking to himself, if we're going to dominate the ball for the 70 minutes, why can't Fernandinho just dominate the ball for 70 minutes?
Look at the first leg. Look where Rodri played. He was pretty much another Cam.
Yeah.
Stones dropped in, didn't he?
Yeah.
And pretty much made the CDM spot. So maybe right. Maybe Fernandinho will play the game because he's thinking, we don't need Rodri for this.
Yeah.
I mean, or he goes the opposite way and goes double pivot, which I don't see him doing that.
Well, I did discuss that again. I discussed that with Big Steve, and I said, look, is there a potential that we could have a double pivot tomorrow? Because at the end of the day, like I said, guys, we don't need to win this game. We get out there with a 0-0, buzzing. We're going through it to the next round. It don't matter whether you win, whether you draw 0-0 or you win 5-0. It don't make no difference. You know what I mean? We're still going to go through. So maybe is Pep just going to say, let's just protect our defence, shove Rodri and Fernandinho in front of them, and just basically say, play them at their own game. Play them at their own game. In fact, let's just play a 5-5-0 and see how you like it. You know what I mean? When you're coming at us with 20 minutes to go and we've got every single player on the edge of our penalty area, let's see how you like it then. You know what I mean?
That'd be hilarious.
We've got a super chat here for Langdon Sweet with a £4.49. The team that has beat Atletico Madrid in the UCL has gone on to win it.
That's mad.
Is that every time then?
But he says that, but Liverpool beat Atletico in the group stage. Does the group stage count?
Oh, no, he must have
just
meant...
knockouts.
He must have meant knockouts, yeah. But
that's mad, That's a mad stat, if that's true.
Bassam, yes. Member for 12 months, bro. That is wild. Are you guys going to do a tier 3 live stream for Chelsea, Real Madrid? Please do. We are, bro. After this, 8 p.m, so in 20 minutes... We'll go to a tier 3 live stream and we'll be watching. We're doing a watch along of the Chelsea Real Madrid. So see you there, Bassam. Any other tier 3 members, anyone else wants to get involved, link in the description. If you're not a tier 3, just upgrade to tier 3 and come and join us.
If you go to your community tab, the live stream should be there. I don't think YouTube gives notifications out until like you actually go live on tier 3s.
Yeah. Right. What we're saying, Rodri off Fernandinho.
If I stick with my idea of the guy who's always in the press conference, I don't think I've ever seen it wrong, bro. Plays. I don't think I've ever seen that not be the thing.
I don't know.
It's weird, isn't it?
I don't know what to do. At the end of the day, if we dominate the ball and they're just playing a 5-5-0, he can do that. He can do it.
And then...
Should we just play him?
Fuck it, we'll put him in.
Because then you know what I mean, at the end of the day, the guy's clearly not happy that he's not played. Yeah, go and play this game, see what you can do in it. See if you are right. Because Pep's clearly not played him because he don't think he can do the job because of his age and his legs. So let's play and let's see who's right. Who's right, Pep or Ferner? And at the end of the day, I don't think if shit goes wrong tomorrow, it's not going to be because of Fernandinho, is it? Let's be honest.
Oh, there you go. Zinchenko was part of the press conference and then Mönchengladbach and didn't play. Ooh, so maybe it is a bit wrong, but
Let's
still,
go Fernandinho.
We'll throw him in.
Let's
we'll
go
throw him
Fernandinho.
in.
Let's go Fernandinho. We should probably do the defense.
The defenders first, yeah. Obviously, it's going to be Edison.
Yeah.
Walker, I imagine, will make his
Walker
return.
is back available.
So I'd like him to come back in. Obviously, Ruben Diaz he's back in training. There has been videos of him, but I don't see him starting this game.
Well, Pep Guardiola said he's not going to start.
Did he?
Yeah, he said he's not going to start. He has travelled with the squad, and but yeah, they asked him. He said, "Can he start?" He said no, which is right. You know what I mean? He's been out for six weeks. You're not going to start him.
I think John Stones is guaranteed in this. I think he will play. I think Laporte will play, to be honest. Left back wise, I probably would start Cancelo. However, I can make a massive case for Ake.
Bro, I'm going Ake.
Cancelo needs a rest at some point.
I'm going Ake.
So I'm fine with Ake. Like, Ake was sick in that first leg.
I'm going Ake.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're going to be targeting set pieces. So you'd rather have Ake in for that situation. Ake has proven to me that he's decent. And if you rest Cancelo today, you can then play him in the FA Cup game at the weekend, fully fresh, mate. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going Ake, boys.
I liked Ake in that first leg.
Yeah.
He was absolutely insane. So why not play him in this leg?
And again, look at that defence, solid, mate.
Yeah, and then Zohib there backing up there, bro. Ake needs to start in Atletico, very good on set pieces.
Yeah,
and again, Ake won like pretty much. I don't know. It might even be a stat, but he won pretty much all his aerial duels in the first leg, bro. He was absolutely tanking it.
Look at that defence. It's a defensive back four, not one attacking player there. That's good because we don't need to win the game. We just need to not concede a goal, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm liking that. I think Ake deserves his spot. He's played big games. Let's get him in and see what he can do. He did well in the first leg. I'm sure he'll do well tomorrow if he plays. Cancelo can get a rest. He can then come into the Liverpool game at the weekend, fully fresh, ready to take on Mo Salah again. You know what I mean? Because you don't want him going into the Liverpool game playing against Mo Salah, who probably won't play the full game against Benfica because there's no need for him to do so.
Yeah.
And he's going to be then fresh. You want Cancelo to be fresh, you know what I mean? So, look, I'm happy with that back four. I know some people were like, nah, get Cancelo in, but I don't think they need to. And I think that's a pretty decent back four. Obviously, Diaz isn't going to play. Pep Guardiola said he's not going to play, and it would be ridiculous for him to play. And, and I think people making shouts for Zinchenko, look,
I get it, but he's not played any football recently.
Look, guys,
he's played
you know
nothing.
What I mean?
There's a lot of stuff going on in it.
We all know what's going on, and I just don't think that he's going to start games like this. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? And obviously, I don't know the situation. What his mental state is. I'm assuming it's not great given what's happening to his country. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if he starts, it's because it's Pep and Zinchenko both believe he's ready to start, but. Look, you know what I mean? We've got to back Zinchenko, you know, support him in that. But in these games, unless he's 100% ready to play, which he might be, I don't know the guy, then obviously he's not going to feature. And the lack of game time this year...
The lack of game time tells me he's not going to play in one of our most important games.
No, absolutely. So it's kind of weird because we've already done the midfield. So I guess we'll skip to the front three, which is probably the easiest thing because... Mahrez is going to start.
Grealish is going to start, and I'd probably have Foden in the mid.
Yeah, and
then you could look at bringing on Jesus. Sterling, at some point, and then that's actually front three sorted there. Do you know what I mean? Which is mad considering last time we did one of these against Liverpool, it took us absolutely ages to get through. We had to do polls on that, but I think we're both in very much agreement with everything in this one. Foden rotting at false nine is a thing, by the way. I 100%. Prefer Foden on the wings. I love it. Do you know what I mean? I love it. He showed it when he came on against Atletico in the first leg. But at the moment, I feel like he's just shoehorned in there because we don't have a striker. So until we get someone like Erling Haaland, Foden is our false nine for now. I mean, he might play... Every so often, he throws Grealish as a false nine, so you might see that, but I don't think so. I think it'll be this.
Well, that's what Nak says there. Could you not put Grealish as false nine? Yeah, maybe.
You could do.
I don't think you will because he'll want to keep the ball on the wings high up the pitch, you know what I mean?
They both hold the width, innit? They both hold the width, and it says that's why Grealish will stay out wide in this game because if he does play Ake, if he plays Cancelo, then Grealish can sometimes come inside and Cancelo will hold the width. But I think it'll be Grealish holding the width because he can hold the ball a lot longer.
Yeah. That team, bro.
That team. I think that wins the game, bro.
I think it wins the game. And at the end of the day, remember, guys, we don't need to win the game. And that's a very defensive back four. You've got protection there with Fernandinho. You tell Gundogan just to chill out, bro. Keep the ball moving. Slot in with Fernandinho when we've not got the ball. You tell Kevin De Bruyne, don't do the risky passes as much in this game. It's all about just keeping the ball. You're telling Mahrez, Grealish, keep the ball. Let's just keep the ball, suffocate them, and then obviously it is difficult for Foden. You know, of course, he's playing against a back five with 5 players in front of him. It's going to be difficult. He'll probably not have much to do in the game, and he probably won't come out of it looking very good. That's just because of the position that he's playing in and against the team that he's playing, and that's just how it works. But at the end of the day, guys, that team there is more than capable of getting a result tomorrow night. And remember, what is our result? Our result is not losing the game. You don't lose the game, we go through it at a semi-final. I think it's always important for people to understand, what the actual objective is. You know what I mean? The objective against Liverpool was to come out of the game top of the league, because then you're top of the league's in your hands with 7 games to go.
Yeah, we did that.
If you beat Liverpool, you don't get a trophy for beating Liverpool. You don't. You know what I mean? So we did our objective, and that was done. And if tomorrow we come out there with a 0-0, buzzing. We're in the next round. You know what I mean? I think sometimes people just think unless you win all the time, it's pointless. But you can get to the Champions League final without winning a game. You know what I mean? And you could win it on penalties. You draw all your 6 games in the group stages, and the other teams don't, keep beating each other. You could theoretically go through, draw all the knockout rounds, go through on penalties in each one, and win the final on penalties.
I mean, look at Egypt in the AFCON, bro. They drew loads of games and kept going to penalties, didn't they? I mean, they got to the final of it.
Anyway, that's an extreme situation, but you get my point. Is that we just need to come out of this game, get the job done. Very, very experienced set of players. Look at the experience here. Kyle Walker, been around for ages, international player. Johnny Stones, played big games. Laporte, obviously massive. Fernandinho, bags of experience. Gundogan, bags of experience. Riyad Mahrez. Jesus, so much experience.
Our top goal scorer, Riyad Mahrez, is in the team. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, bro, someone mentioned it in the comments just then, saying that Fernandinho will keep a lid on Grealish, because Grealish sometimes, Grealish does get involved in them kind of things. But also Fernandinho will keep a lid on a lot of players. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he's our captain. Yep. We're seeing it like Fernandinho ain't scared to go to any of these players and tell them, you need to calm down. And we do have players like Kevin De Bruyne, who is 1 yellow away from being suspended. So he needs to be chilled out. Do you know what I mean? And maybe if Fernandinho does play, could be a thing that Pep's like, I don't want Kev taking taking the fouls. I want Fernandinho, if anyone, to take these fouls. Do you know what I mean? If they're running through, Fernandinho's do tactical fouls all day, innit? Do you know what I mean? He's the master of the dark arts, innit? So that's my thing, innit? Rodri might play, but we'll throw Fernandinho in this.
No, absolutely. I want to see, before we wrap up, I want to see yellow cards. Was it just Kevin De Bruyne then?
Just Kevin De Bruyne. It was Kevin De Bruyne and Gabby were the ones that were on.
Because
Gabby obviously got suspended in the last one.
So there's no one else?
I don't think there's anyone else.
So if I go back to the Sporting Lisbon games...
Yeah, just go to Sporting Lisbon and see who got yellow card.
So Sporting Lisbon, Gundogan got booked.
Oh, Cancelo. Wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Sporting Lisbon, the only player to get booked was Ilkay Gundogan. And then against Atletico, and then, Sporting Lisbon was 2 legs on it. And then Atletico, Sporting Lisbon, second leg. Gabriel Jesus got booked. And then he must have got booked in the last game then. Yeah, again, he got booked in the last one. So, Ilkay Gundogan, if Ilkay Gundogan gets booked in this game, then he misses the next round, the first leg of the semi-final. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, so maybe that's why I double pivot.
So why are people saying Kevin De Bruyne then? Am I missing something here?
Kevin De Bruyne is definitely one.
But why he's not been booked? He didn't get booked. He didn't get booked in the first leg of Sporting Lisbon. He didn't get booked in the second leg of Sporting Lisbon. And he didn't get booked in the...
Yeah, they do restart after this. After this tie, they reset again. But
Zoe, where did Kevin get a yellow card, bro?
It's on UEFA's website, apparently.
Because I'm looking at... I'm literally got the results up here. Sporting Lisbon. Yeah? We won, 5-0 or whatever it was. The only players to get booked were Ilkay Gundogan. That was it. Second leg, the only players to get booked were Gabriel Jesus. First leg of Atletico Madrid.
He got a yellow against PSG.
Oh, it goes from the group stages?
So it goes from the... Yeah, against PSG, but they restarted. I'm sure it resets after group stages.
No chance. That's not fair on the players. Surely that's not fair. So you can get one yellow card in the group stages and one yellow card in like a quarter final and end up missing the first leg of the semi final. That's no way. That's not fair. That's not fair. If that's
that can't be a thing. That's
not fair. No way is that fair. So that's 6 group games, 2 last 16. That's 8, and then 2 quarterfinals. That's 10 games. You're not allowed to. Nah.
Matthew says resets.
I thought it resets, man.
But it resets at semi-finals. But does it not reset after the groups?
I don't know about that.
Because it 100% resets at semi-finals.
I'm gonna have to do some research on this, man, because that sounds well unfair on the players, man. Like, we're gonna have to do some research on this.
To be fair, I've just spoke to Freddie, right? And he said MEN are saying that KDB and Cancelo are 1 yellow card away from suspension. But he said we think they got reset after the quarters. But nah, they do get reset at semi. So maybe the group stage isn't a reset thing afterwards.
Manchester Evening News confirmed it. Right, guys, we're going to check this out because I'm not happy with this. I think it's completely unfair on the players and I'm going to find it out. So you have to leave it with me. I'll put something out. Right, we're going to get off. Oh, score predictions. What do you reckon? I reckon City win this game 2-0.
Oh, you took the words out of my mouth. To be different, I'll go 2-1.
Yeah, I think 2-0.
Just to be different, I think it'll be 2-0.
I think 2-0, and they're not even going to have another shot, and then question marks are going to be raised about Simeone's dead football, you know what I mean?
Nah, they won't, innit?
Well, they should be.
They should be. As football fans, they should be, but I feel like he gets away with it, innit?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Right, guys, we're going to get off. We're going to go and do our Tier 3 live stream. Before we do, Nick Toll's coming with a super chat, super conversation, super donation. Has Man City made a bid for Haaland or fake news?
Well, apparently, obviously, you had a Dimarzio coming out and saying that it's pretty much been sent. You had the Tier 1 Donny, well, I say Tier 1, I mean, basically the main Dortmund outlet said that Real Madrid are out of the race because they want to sign Mbappe and they've already got Benzema, which is right. Tolmy, for people who follow Tolmy on his kind of like journey in this, because he's the guy who first kind of like broke the news and stuff. He's been going big on it again today, saying that, do you know what I mean, he's been doing his usual cryptic stuff, saying that basically it's done, 6-year deal. A lot of people have been saying 5-year deals today. Dennis, I know people have sent us a DM in it. And I seen that thing yesterday with Fabrizio. He titled his video wrong, but all he titled it was "Man City pushing to get it done soon." There's no here we go on this situation. He just titled a video wrong. Basically, I don't see nothing in that other than he's probably the news that was out, like the Dimarzio stuff.
Haaland.
I mean, it is.
Bro, I think he did it by accident and then was like, nah, no way. I'm not allowed to say it yet. Embargo section. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. So we've seen the flight situation with signature flights, the private jets. We've seen all that stuff. We probably should do a Haaland stream this week to try and get it going again. We probably maybe after the Atletico game the day after we can look and doing a Haaland stream so we can catch up on this because everyone wants to know, innit?
Everyone's DMing us saying when
everyone's DMing us, yeah, all the time.
No time on our hands.
No time on our hands, innit? Do you know what I mean? 0 watches in this gaff.
Thursday night we'll do a Haaland stream. We'll do a full catch up on what's been going on. All the leaks. Fabrizio titling his video wrong. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of Tolmy stuff. I mean, he's pretty much saying it's done deal, and now he's telling us news about the contract. So we'll hit you up on Thursday, innit? Get gassed about it because we'll make you gassed if you're not anyway. Yeah.
But basically, short term, sign Haaland.
Seaside Haaland. Right, guys, we're going to get off. Make sure you go and check out the BetVictor video. It's pinned in the pinned comment section of the chat. It's also in the description. They're talking about loads of different stuff, including what is the best rivalry of all time. Go check that out. Show your love. It helps pay the bills. Also, I want to see some new faces in this Tier 3 stream. We're going to go do a Tier 3 live watch-along of the Real Madrid-Chelsea game kicking off in 5 minutes. So if you want to come and join us with the Tier 3s, all you have to do is click the link in the description or the link that I've just put in the chat and become a Tier 3 member. Hopefully see some new faces. Other than that, guys, smashed it as always. Thank you very much. And I guess we'll see you in the next one, innit, Bray?
Yeah, next one, innit? Go check out BetVictor video. Comment on it that we sent you, innit? That's what we want to see. We're going to go through them comments, innit? So we best see some goats in there. Comment that City Extra sent you on the BetVictor video. That's what you need to do. Right. See you when we see you, innit? Tomorrow.
See you in 4 minutes.
And 4 minutes for the Tier 3s, innit? Yes. See you in a bit.
Guys.